All right, fam, write this down. Change is inevitable, growth is optional. Change is inevitable, growth is optional. So I just want to jam with you for a quick second here because this entire week, this has been a recurring theme for me as I've been coaching a lot of people within the real estate industry, realtors, broker owners, team leads on their mindset with regards to the NAR settlement. That was announced last week. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the NAR settlement, just YouTube or Google NAR settlement. It's going to create a lot of big changes within the real estate industry. And yet, at the same time, this applies to anybody, whether you're in real estate or not. I just want to talk about how you deal with change. So, when we experience a big change in our life, particularly one maybe that we didn't expect, or even one that we were expecting, but we were just hoping it would go a completely different way, what I'm seeing with a lot of the high performing individuals that I work with, I'm really blessed because of the work that they do to invest in their mindset and themselves. They are taking one road, and then that road is particularly paved with opportunity. But to be fair, there are a lot of people naturally who are just shaken by it, and then they're going down the road of scarcity and fear. And so earlier this week, I worked really closely with one of my longtime clients, Joshua Smith, coach and founder of the GSD Mode podcast. Check him out. Super, super amazing guy. And once a month, I hop on with his group and I gave them the 3 tools that I'm seeing for the highest performers that I work with of how they're handling this change and how they're handling it well. And I just want to talk about one of those tools today, and that is perspective. This topic of perspective, I think, is often talked about, but what I like to do is give you something very practical in order to actually build that muscle. So if you're a note taker, I won't make this too long, but definitely write down the word perspective right now. And understand there's kind of 2 perspectives that I typically see, especially when folks are dealing with change. There is one that I call the problem perspective, and that's fair because when there's a problem, when there's something that comes up you don't like, we hyper-focus on that because our goal is to hopefully fix it or find a solution. But if you're not paying attention, you can easily get sucked into only focusing on the problem and then all the fears and the anxiety and the stress that comes with that. And then there are those who have possibility perspective. Now, I think sometimes the misconception is those who have possibility perspective are ignoring the problems. They're trying to be Pollyanna, or they're not really paying attention to the negative. It's not true. Actually, those who have possibility perspective, at least the ones that I work with and I get to coach and kind of guide on a daily basis, it's because they know exactly what the problem is, and yet they refuse to let that be the excuse or the reason that they can't find opportunity and possibility. All right, so now you got these 2, possibility perspective and problem perspective. And so the thing I just want you to ask yourself today, if I could give you a little bit of field work to practice to see where you really land on this, is by assessing the question you ask yourself when change arises. You know if your default is more problem perspective because the questions you ask have more to do with the problem. Well, why did this happen? What's wrong? Well, the problem is, right? You start to repeat those things. But if your question, and this is the question I want to give you today for you to practice, is what is this situation, moment, scenario forcing you to get better at? If I were to look at this change as an opportunity for me to master something, to up-level something, to get better at something in my life and in my business, what is this forcing me to look at? And another way you could look at this is what skill set do you get to master, up-level in, or newly learn that you never really considered before? So I just want to give that to you. Hopefully it helps somebody today. Drop a comment wherever you're watching this, or you can email me directly, coaching@theultimatelife.com. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But what is this change, this scenario, this moment, whatever the changes you're experiencing in your business or in your life right now, forcing you to actually get better at and or learn how to do maybe for the first time ever in your life? Remember, it's time under tension that builds our muscles. So I can guarantee that this change that's happening in your life, you can see it as an opportunity for you to build the muscle of character because you are under tension right now. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide if this is an opportunity or just a problem that becomes an excuse. I hope you choose the opportunity. All right, fam. I hope that's helpful for you. Hit me up anytime. I'm here for you. Coach K, the ultimate life. Keep leading from love. Peace.